In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get DAP to notify your ZAP whenever a new subscriber registers or whenever a user loses access to a product in DAP. So it's pretty easy to do. Log into your Zapier account and say make a ZAP. Now here, select Webhooks by Zapier and say catch hook, save and continue. Continue, don't have to enter anything there. And it gives you a URL. So this is the one that you need to enter in your DAP product settings. So make a note of this. So whatever Zapier gives you, just make a note of that here somewhere. And say, okay, I did this. Now sometimes Zapier, for some reason, it doesn't complete this. It just keeps spinning. So if that happens, all you have to do is take the URL that Zapier gave you and open a new tab. Enter the URL and just say question mark, product ID. Doesn't matter what you enter, anything in the query string, something like this. It doesn't matter what you say, what you enter as a number here, any number, and just enter. And it says success. And now when you come back here, it will complete it. And you might have to, yeah, it completed it automatically. It just took a few seconds. But you have to visit that URL in a browser manually for it to complete it. So this is a Zapier issue. And if you see that spinning wheel and it doesn't complete, just copy that webhook URL that Zapier gave you, the Zap URL that it gave you. And in a browser, just enter that URL and just say question mark, whatever you want to say. It doesn't even have to be product ID. It could be user ID or just user, anything there, or email. And just say equals 1 or 2 or whatever you want and just say enter. And it then completes it, and that's it. So after you set up your trigger, so in this case, your trigger is a webhook. So you're waiting for a webhook notification. So this Zap is going to wait on a webhook notification by DAPConnect. And you'll say continue. And now you got to set up your action. So what do you want to do when you receive the DAPConnect notification, whether it's a new subscriber or a remove or a user losing access to a product? Those are the two webhook notifications that DAPConnect can send you. So when a user is added to DAP or when a user loses access to a product in DAP, you can get DAP to notify your ZAP. But what you want ZAP to do after it receives that notification. So that's what you need to define in your action. So if you wanted to send out an SMS, so whenever a subscriber registers, if you want to receive a notification, a message, a SMS message, then you can configure that. So you can configure anything you want, any action you want it to take. So you can configure your ZAP to do anything you want it to do. And that's it, and you can test it. So here I have already configured my phone. And so whenever a new user registers, I receive an SMS message. Save and continue. And complete the setup. And once you complete the setup, so here it gives you different numbers. We'll attempt to send from this number. It doesn't matter what you select. And any message. And continue. Now it's going to send me that message. Create and continue. And finish. And you turn on your ZAP. You turn on the ZAP, and it's not going to let me do it because this is a test Zapier account. But basically, you can just turn on the ZAP and you can go ahead and test it. Now let me show you how you can configure DAP so it can send out webhook notification to your ZAP. So select the product, go to DAP Admin Dashboard, Products, Manage, select your product, visit the Notifications tab, and in the plugin notification upon user add section and the user remove section, you need to enter a string in this format. So this is the format right here. Now you have to copy your ZAP URL. So this part, you have to just have a ZAP URL right here and remove the 2 slashes. There should not be any slash because colon is the delimiter. So here's the format. DAPConnect : HTTPS because that's your ZAP URL. So set it to HTTPS, that's the protocol. And then the colon, which is the delimiter, and then the rest of the URL without the //. So it's just hooks.zapier.com/hooks/catch/ whatever the number is. So just enter that here and colon, and then Y. Y is to be able to send, to allow DAP to send out order details. So if it's a paid product, then DAP can send out not just the subscriber information, but also the order information. So if you set it to yes, DAP will send it. If you set it to no, then DAP will not send the order information. So you can configure that and copy that here. So this is your plugin notification upon user add. When a subscriber registers to this product in DAP, DAPConnect will automatically notify your ZAP. This is the ZAP it's going to notify. Similarly, in the plugin remove section, exact same string, copy that. The last part does not matter, this one, because transaction details does not get sent on a remove request. It only gets sent on an add request. So just get rid of that last part, but everything else is the same. And that's it. Now you can save your product. And now when a user registers to this product in DAP, DAP will automatically trigger your ZAP, and I have configured the ZAP to send out an SMS message. So I'll receive a message on my phone whenever someone registers to this product in DAP, because that's the action I have set up in my ZAP. So it's up to you what you want your ZAP to do, what action you want it to take, but this is how you can set it up. Now let me show you how you can test it. Now visit DAP admin dashboard. First visit DAP setup config page, set log level to log all activity. This will allow you to troubleshoot if things don't work, and set it back to log errors only when you're done testing. Then visit DAP system logs page and make sure the logs are empty. So just click on empty logs to empty the logs. Now visit DAP admin members add page to add a new member to the product that's configured to send out a webhook notification to your ZAP. So here, this is the name of the product that I have configured, and this product is set to send out notification to my ZAP. So I have configured my Zapier URL right here. So it should send out a ZAP when a new user registers or when a user loses access to a product. My ZAP should get triggered. So now let me go ahead and give this user access to the product. So when I click on add member, my ZAP should be triggered. So what I have done in Zapier is that when my ZAP is triggered, it just sends out an SMS message to my phone, so I know that a subscriber has registered or a subscriber has canceled. So I received the SMS message. Also, if you log into Zapier and visit the task history page, you can see whether or not the webhook notification was received by the ZAP. So I can see that it was received. This was my ZAP that I had created. So when the subscriber was added to DAP, DAP sent out a webhook notification to my ZAP, and it was received. So if you click on it, you will see the details. So it received the webhook trigger, and the action was to send an SMS message, and it sent it. So everything was successful. If you want, you can also check the Dap Logs and see if everything looks good. If things don't work, that's when you might have to look at Dap Logs. If things work, your action takes place, based on however you define your action. If that happens, then you don't need to check the Dap Logs. But if Zapier is not receiving your request and you don't find anything in the task history, then you can visit Dap system logs and see if the request was sent and what was the response. I can see everything was fine here. The response says HTTP code is 200, which is great, which is good. So this is how you can test a add user request, a new registration. Similarly, if you want a notification to be sent to your ZAP when a user loses access to a product in DAP because of a cancellation or a refund, then you can do the same thing. You can go ahead, visit the DAP members manage page, find your user. Now this is the product that has the ZAP, that has the webhook notification. When a user loses access to the product, it notifies my ZAP. So I'll go ahead and remove the user's access to the product, and I should receive an SMS message. Now if I go to the task history in Zapier, I see that there is a new ZAP here. And if you click on it, it'll show you all the details about that ZAP. Now it's loaded here. You can see that it received the request, and you can see what the fields it received. It received the cancellation request. You can see it in the data, and it sent out an SMS message. So in this video, I have shown you how you can configure DAP to send out webhook notification to your ZAP, and also how you can create your ZAP and have it receive that webhook notification from DAP. This is Veena Prashant. Thanks for watching.